Welcome everybody. It's late July here in Idaho, and I thought it'd be a great day to go on a tomato patch tour. I'm going to go past the giant pumpkin plant right here, one of 5. It's a little hidden, trying to protect it from the sun a little bit. Next 5 days here are expected to be in the high 90s, so going to be touching on 100. I'm sure we'll reach 100 at some point. So here's the tomato patch, and I know it just looks like a mass of leaves and vines. This plant right here, it's the only plant that's not over the weed mat. I had one extra. This is the 452 Tobec, and it's not suffering at all for not being in the weed mat. It's just looking really, really good. Probably should have done more pruning. But the leaves are nice and healthy. There is a lot of fruit down below if you go looking, and that's the case throughout my patch. We tend to have an early wave and a late wave. You know, when temperatures cool off a little bit in August, and we start to see a nice little flower there. Start to see a second wave come on. Over here is a Cotovelo Genovese. Really beautiful. I hope you can see that nice, beautiful fluted fruit down there. Lots of fruit down low. If you look, pull back the leaves a little bit, just loaded with fruit all around. Just again, pull back some leaves. There they are. I think I have more leaves than most people who share their gardens on the internet have. And you know, I let them grow. At least this year I am. And it's a work in progress. I'm learning here. Down here, I've just got some ginormous fruit. And this is on, I believe it's the the plants are so overgrown sometimes I don't know which plant they're on. This is on the Hoy Delicious cross. So Hoy and Delicious are 2 varieties, and this is a cross of those 2. They're both giant varieties. This plant is taller than me right now. This is just a monster plant, and it's still growing. We're still in July. It's going to get several feet taller. I've got to do some tying up on this. So on this side is pretty much what I would have called the competition plants. However, you know, they still produce plenty of tomatoes. It's not just, I'm not growing them with like one tomato on the plant. There's plenty of fruit. Might see a few leaves checking out there, but that's really okay with me. It's hard to see with all the leaves in the way how much fruit's down here, but there's plenty of it. I've taken to coming out here in the morning. Oh, there we go. There's a bumblebee. I can catch him. Coming out here most mornings and doing some pollinating with an electric toothbrush. And it's a lot of fun, you know. Brush your own teeth, wash it off, come out here. Down here on the end, Herzegovac plant. And when I started looking at it closely on Monday, I said it was about 5 feet. I think it was actually about 4.5. So I've made a new tag there at 5.5. That's measured out. And so today's Wednesday, and I think for sure it's gone at least 6 inches since Monday. So here before the end of the week, we'll probably be at 5.5 growing a foot a week. That's kind of cool. Let me get the light to change. You can see all the fruit that's on this plant. This is a beefsteak, and it's from a seed that I saved in 2018. There was the beefsteak tomato challenge on the Gardening Coast to Coast page. I had a fruit that was a little less than 2 pounds. It was a beefsteak, so I saved the seeds. Grew it last year, grew just an amazing plant, and this one is the same. Anyway, the reason why I brought you out here today, if you take a look at my patch right now, and I hope you can see this in the video, but on this side over here, it's more of our what you call our common tomatoes that we grow every year. And notice a plant like this, it gets to be about 4 feet tall and it stops. It's not got all these shoots going up everywhere. So that's the difference between a determinate and an indeterminate. So here, it's a nice little determinate plant. It's loaded. Another one here. All the way throughout here we've got mostly determinate plants. And yeah, they're doing great. Underneath here is lots of red fruit. You know, it's good that they turn red when they're ready, because in a patch like mine, it's hard to see them until they turn red. Down here, another example of some of the things that are hiding in the patch. That's actually, I'm going to hope that's 2 pounds right there. So there you go. Sorry for the spin around. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Over on this side we've got a lot of Romas, and the Romas are loaded, just loaded. Here's a good example. Aromas are looking good. So here in a little while we'll be taking 5-gallon bucket after 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes in to process. Everything that can be made with a tomato, we make, and have a year supply or a perpetual supply of everything that can be made with a tomato. So again, thanks for hanging out with me today, and keep on growing.